Right. Hi everyone. I've got the graveyard shift, I guess. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Alastair Mitchell, and this talk has various. I've given this talk a few times, and it's had various titles. Some of it's "Go Big or Go Home." Some of it's how to raise millions. Some of it's how to raise millions without giving away your business. Some of it's how to raise millions without giving away all of your business. Depending on how the mood I'm feeling at the time, the title changes. Basically what I'm going to do is just take you through 10 lessons, or I think there are 10, it varies between 8 and 15, on things that we've learned raising money. And some of these you might have heard already, some of these might be new to you, but hopefully there's enough in there at either the very early stage or the kind of the slightly later stage that will help you, give you some tidbits on the lessons we've learned over the 4 years we've been doing this. And we'll rush through it, and then obviously we've got questions at the end, and I'm going to be sitting here for the panel as well if you want to ask any further questions. So, just so you get a bit around to myself, I've done many different things in my 10, 12 years I've spent in the internet. This is my third startup. Huddle is, I did 2 startups back in the sort of 98 to 2002 .com time, a period at a big marketing consultancy, building a startup within a startup, which we did pretty well. We grew it to about 30, 40 million quid, and then when the business got sold, took some money and started Huddle. And really what we're trying to do, quite simply, is help the world work better together. So we are, in enterprise terms, we're a collaboration and content management product delivered over the internet. But in vision terms, what we're trying to do is make it simpler if you work in a big business or a medium to big size business to share content, to work on projects, manage your relationships, communicate with other people inside and outside the business, all in one place, using the internet as a medium. So that's what it is. It's a cloud product, what used to be called Web 2.0 or SaaS, and before that, when I knew it as ASP, has been various things. It's just delivered over the internet. That's the sort of things you can do with it. Try it out, obviously, for free. Right, what do we do? A variety of different solutions: extranets, secure file sharing, intranets, team spaces, project management, and so on. And the whole point here is simple, secure, accessible, available on your iPad, your iPhone, multiple languages, on your desktop, wherever you are, however you want to work. Enough about Huddle. Give you about the timeline, just so you it puts it into context, the kind of the things that we've learned, I guess. So we're going about 4 years. We started out as many startups. We had a bit of money, but not much. But we had 2 guys who are, I guess, product management specialists, guys probably a bit more commercial, marketing and design based rather than technical. And we had the age-old problem, how do you actually get it built? How do you fund it? And the journey we've done is quite a, I guess, conventional, if you like, tech business. We got it built with a prototype with our own money. We got an angel investor. We raised and got some customers. Raised some Series A venture money from a company called Eden Ventures. Grew it, and then raised more money, culminating in a $10 million V round last year with a Californian VC called Matrix. And along the way, we've had lots of ups and downs, which continue to this day. But the important bit for the context of this is that we keep on running out of money. 3 times at least in the course of this. You think we get a bit better at it over the course of doing this. Unfortunately, we do a little bit, I guess. But the point is, this has always been an aggressive growth plan. It's the equivalent of building factories in the 19th century. It's a lot of investment up front to build a business like this, and we knew it was going to be, and we took the route from day one of building a tech business and raising money to do it. So this is a fairly typical journey, and that means throwing a lot of money to solve some very big problems in a very big market. It's at least $7 billion market, growing at about 30% a year right now. So to compete in that market, you need a lot of money. And when you're trying to grow a business very fast, it comes with lessons you learn along the way. So what are some of those? I won't do these. I'll go through some of the lessons that we've learned along the way, because that's, I guess, why we're all here. And I'll start at the beginning, because often, and I remember this very well when we talk to very early stage guys, is you have that conundrum of, do you have an idea and try and get customers? If you don't have customers, you can't raise any money, but if you don't have any money, you can't build a product to show to customers. So how do you break out of that catch-22? And if any of you guys are in that catch-22 right now, then the only advice I would offer is, similar to the pitch actually we just heard, is get customers involved early, get letters of intent, and get some proof which you can then raise money off. Now, what does that mean for us? Now, you've got to be quite sneaky about this if you're early stage, and apologies to those guys of you who are much later stage. This is obviously all obvious to you. You will have been through this, but I'll cover the full gamut. So we sat around, we had a big business problem we were trying to solve. We had a lot of beer and some money and time. And we came up with the initial product, which looks a little bit like the product you see on the right-hand side. And if you use Huddle now, you'll know it hasn't actually changed that much from Andy's original designs. But we didn't have any product, we just had a design. But we knew that if we didn't have a product, we couldn't show customers. If we didn't have customers, we couldn't get proof. If we didn't have proof, we couldn't go and raise more money to get the product built, because our money was only really a proof of concept cash. And we threw everything into that. So we had the classic, how do you prove it? You know, if they build it, will they come? And the answer is yes, if you build it, they will come, but what do you build? And for us, the answer was faking an entire collaboration suite in Excel and HTML, so that when you go and show people and they click through, it looks like a working service on the internet, but of course it isn't. That was enough to get us customers who said they would buy it. That was enough for them to show an investor whose offices, we borrowed offices to show them that we had full offices that seemed like they worked. There were some friends' offices. And you can then get your route through the point of saying we have something real here to show people. Now, as soon as we did build it, those two first customers who were friends of mine from my previous businesses, they bought it. I mean, they stood true to their word, and we did what we said. So you have to back it up. But initially, you have to get people involved, get something out there that people can get tangible and feel that they can get hold of. And generally, if you build something and the people have tangible evidence of it, then people will start to get involved because they can imagine it and they can turn it into reality. So at this point, this is 4 years ago, we were still working our jobs. We'd built something, which was just a completely faked up website, and we were running out of money, but we knew people would buy it. We had commitments to buy whatever we would build, and we knew we were solving a problem. And that was the checkbox we need to leave our jobs. And then we had the problem of how do you build it. So a common problem for people who are not deeply technology focused in their specific product that you're looking to build is how do you get it built. Now, the classic model in California is you team up a commercial person with a developer if you're building a web business. We sort of had that. We had the design element, but we didn't have the deep tech.